The learning goal for today is to divide polynomials. Divide polynomials. In our first example, we have a numerical division that you saw in elementary school. 675 divided by 21. And so the first step is we want to see how many times does 21 go into 67, and of course that's a 3. After that, we'll take this 3 and multiply it by 21 and get 63. Next, we'll take 63 and subtract it from 67, and the difference is 4. Then we'll drop the 5 here to make 45 and ask how many times does 21 go into 45, and that is going to be a 2. Then take that 2, multiply by 21 and get 42. Subtract and get 3 as the remainder. Go ahead and stop the video and review this division problem with your neighbor. I also want to remind you about some terminology. The number that's doing the dividing is called the divisor. The number that's being divided is called the dividend. The answer to the division problem is called the quotient. And the number that's left over is called the remainder. And now we have an example of polynomial division, which is our topic for today. And hopefully you'll see some similarities between these two processes. So first of all, we want to look at this 2x and see how many times does 2x go into 6x squared. Or in other words, we want to see what times 2x equals 6x squared. So hopefully you see that 3 times 2 will equal 6, and x times x will give us x squared. And now we'll take this 3x and multiply by 2x plus 1 and get 6x squared plus 3x. The next step is to find the difference between these two. 6x squared minus 6x squared is 0. 7x minus 3x gives us a 4x. We'll drop the 5 here for 4x plus 5. Then we're going to look at this and see how many times does 2x divide evenly into 4x, and of course that's a plus 2 there. Then we'll take this 2 and distribute it across the 2x plus 1 to get 4x plus 2, after which we'll subtract and find the difference is 3. And of course again we've got the divisor as 2x plus 1, the dividend as 6x squared plus 7x plus 5, the quotient being 3x plus 2, and the remainder being 3. Go ahead and pause the video and discuss with your neighbor what happened here and also how it's related to the numerical division. So before we leave this example, I want to highlight one other thing. If we say that 675 was divided by 21 in a different way, the answer we can say is 32 with a remainder of 3. But a better way of writing this is that it's really 32 and 3/21st, because the 3 still has to be divided by 21. So 32 and 3/21st would, or reduce that to 32 and 1/7 would be the final answer to this division problem. In the same way, when we take 6x squared plus 7x plus 5, that polynomial, and divide it by 2x plus 1, the answer is 3x plus 2, you could say with a remainder of 3, but in a more mathematical answer, you would say it's 3x plus 2, and then the leftover 3 still has to be divided by 2x plus 1. And so the final answer, or the final expression, would be 3x plus 2 plus 3 over the original divisor, 2x plus 1. Go ahead and pause the video and review this part with your neighbor as well.